Welcome back to Breeding Frogs, Hatching Tadpoles, Raising Tadpoles, tutorial and process. Today I'm going to go over water changes and what you should do. If you have a lot of tadpoles, especially small ones like me, you can't really just grab them all and put them somewhere else while you clean the enclosure, unfortunately, so you can't really do a full clean. If you do only have a few individuals, go ahead and take them all out and then clean all the poop out. Since I'm not really going to be able to clean the poop all that well because of all the tadpoles and whatnot, we're going to go ahead and just get rid of as much water as possible and then just give them new fresh water. Of course, this is quite tricky, especially with the way I'm doing it with the jar here, because it creates a powerful current that will suck any tadpoles in. If that starts to happen, you can do a reverse current by just moving up like this, and it'll just shoot them back out. Although sometimes you'll suck them in, you're not really going to be able to get the tadpoles out without dumping most of the water out, unfortunately. Just be patient, keep trying, get as much water out as you can. Of course, tadpoles don't really understand what's going on, so they may just start freaking out like these guys and just start swimming everywhere. Hang on, I see you. You're not a tadpole. What are you? It appears to be a mosquito larvae, which actually isn't a bad thing since tadpoles do eat these. Unfortunately, it appears that one of my tadpoles here has died. As sad as this is, it's really not that much of a big deal since frogs and tadpoles alike are an R-selected species, which means they produce as much babies as possible. Nice try, mosquito larvae. You thought you could blend in? Oh, there he goes. After a lot of trips later, I do believe I got as much water out as I could, a little bit more than halfway, but I really just cannot get any more because there's just so many tadpoles and I just keep sucking them in, so this is good enough for now. Of course, once you're done taking the water out, you want to put new clean water in like I've been doing, and this hopefully should be the last jar. When you go to put water in like I'm doing, you want to make sure you don't really just dump it. You want to make it go slow so it's not as much of a splash. Also, lower your jar as close to the water as possible so it's not as much of a splash. But as you can see, it's still splashing them around. You just want to make sure it's not too bad for them. I know this doesn't look really all that safe for them, and technically it kind of isn't. But you know what? That'll be fine. They're all going to live. Of course, after all this, we want to go ahead and give them some food. For right now, I'm just going to give them fish flakes. And that's because at the moment, I don't have any algae on hand. I'm just going to have to go harvest some more later when I go out. Either way, they're going to go ahead and enjoy this food. Fish flakes will keep these guys alive for right now, but I'm going to have to go get algae. I went out and harvested some algae. This time I got actual patches of it instead of just the water. Of course, it's time to go ahead and add it in. We're just going to kind of splash the water around, get all the little algae particles in everywhere, and then we're just going to add the big patches where most of the tadpoles are. It's the next day, and there's no patches of algae to be found anywhere. I think they enjoyed it very, very much. Some of the tadpoles are getting real big like this guy. Wait a minute. He's starting to develop legs. Wow! Anyways, we're out of time, so I guess I'll see you guys in the next episode.